Hello everyone. We have Bina ma'am here who is going to unravel the mysteries of the NMAT for us. And in this video, we have a very important topic that a lot of people don't think about that much, but it matters a lot when it comes to timing yourself, considering the kind of exam season that is going to happen. So we are going to discuss how to plan multiple NMAT attempts or how to schedule your NMAT attempts so that you are in the right frame of mind and you are in the best frame of mind to take the test. Because honestly speaking, when it comes to taking the test and the kind of resources you are thinking like a manager in a sense. You are going to have to understand when is it the optimum time to take the test, what frame of mind should you be in, and how to use the resources that you have on hand. So, ma'am, regarding scheduling of the NMAT, a lot of people, so some colleges will accept only the first attempt, some colleges will allow multiple attempts as well. So in this regard, how should one go about planning their attempt? Should one think about multiple attempts at the beginning itself, or they should think about one, I will take it once, but I will do it properly?
Okay. Now, again, this is again very candidate specific. I would definitely recommend taking multiple attempts because it keeps your doors open to multiple schools. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, and I would definitely recommend planning early. We
Hmm.
start our registrations in August.
Hmm.
We close registrations in October. Typically around in and around 10th October, we close
Hmm.
registrations, and we typically begin on 1st August. This year's dates will get announced soon.
Yeah.
But it's definitely important to plan ahead. The reason why you should book your first attempt early is that if you do not get the score that you wanted to achieve, yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
you have enough time to take the second or the third attempt. There is a mandatory 15-day gap that you have to wait to give the next
Hmm.
exam, and this is psychometrically proven.
Yeah.
Okay, that, and if you see even our GMAT exam, you cannot book immediately on the second day for the, I mean, give an attempt the second day. So we follow the same uh, psychometrically proven strategy that
Hmm.
a 15-day gap helps you cover what you think you didn't do well, study well, and it's not such a long gap that you forget what you did well. Yeah.
Right.
And you book the exam. So what I would recommend is always book the exam early in the early period. Okay. This is a complete myth that exam questions become easier in December. They don't.
Right.
Okay. It's that a lot of candidates, okay, wait till the last moment to give the exam. So the number
Hmm.
of people giving the exam in December is much higher than in
Right.
November, because of which, okay, suddenly when you see good scores,
Hmm.
you feel the exam has become easier. It's not that, it's the volume effect. Yeah.
Right.
If you plan to apply to multiple schools, most schools take best scores except NMIMS, as you rightly said. Okay. So it's it's an advantage to you to take 3 attempts. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
And booking the first attempt in the early period gives you that mandatory 15-day gap to be able to book. The day you finish your
Hmm.
exam, you see your unofficial score at the end of the exam.
Hmm.
Uh, you get your scorecard, official scorecard in 48 hours, provided there is
Hmm.
no test security incident. Yeah, or
Hmm.
in 5 to 7 business days you get, but you all, as a candidate, you understand when you see the
Right.
unofficial score that your, how well have you fared. Yeah, it may
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
be the score may be a your little, I mean, we call it unofficial, that's so that if there is any change, the official scorecard is the one that you should be using. Okay.
Hmm.
But if you know that you need to improve your score further, you can book the exam. The booking is available on the very same day as soon as we get an update that your exam has been delivered. Whether
Right.
your result is still, your official scorecard is still with you or not, but you can book the next exam.
Hmm.
So you can plan
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
you will see dates 15 days from then, and you can book the next slot. So I would
Hmm. Hmm.
always recommend planning properly. You are
Hmm.
allowed to send 5 scores for free. To 5 schools, you
Right.
can send scores free. So
Hmm.
you don't have to put all eggs in one basket. You can choose 5 schools. And beyond that, also at a nominal fee, you can choose more schools.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, and all the schools that accept our scores are on our website. You can go through the
Hmm.
schools, you can go to their website, look up the schools, choose the schools that you would like to apply to. And there are very many good schools in India today
Hmm.
which accept our scores. So
Hmm.
there are about 58 schools in India which
Right.
accept our scores and 85 all over the world, which is, I mean, when I say all over the world, it's not all over the world. It's Philippines, Africa,
Right.
Hungary, and South Africa and Nigeria. Yeah,
Right.
which accept the scores. So you can decide which schools you want to apply to.
Hmm. Hmm. So yes, a couple of things. So also, as Bina ma'am had mentioned in the other video as well, that when you are solving, it completely depends on your way of thinking, right? Someone might want to get the difficult things done first, and then they can maybe look at the easier things at the end. So something similar can also be done in terms of NMAT as well. A lot of people get scared. If I take it earlier, then there might be a situation that I am not very well prepared. Now that is completely your job. It's completely up to you to be prepared before the test, and that will give you confidence going into the season as well. But if you clutter it with all the tests and try to push everything towards the end, there might be a situation wherein you have too many things that are going on around you, and you might not really be able to focus on the soul of the NMAT, which I think is very different compared to the other tests. Because of its adaptive nature, because of the unique way in which you have to select the order of the sections, and then you have to time yourself. So all these things are unique to the NMAT. So that is basically where what ma'am said, I completely agree with it as well. The earlier you schedule for it, the earlier you will have more window, you will have a lot of opportunity to prepare for the test exclusively, which will give you better results as you go ahead.
Wanted to add one more thing. The prep exams give a score report, which gives you
Right.
strengths, weaknesses, how much time did you take, average time, yeah, correct, incorrect responses. So if you take the prep exam, study the score report well. That will tell
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
where are you weak and what is it that you need to further brush upon before you take the actual exams. And
Right.
if you can even give time between your prep exams, yeah, then you know from the first score report to the second score report, which topics have you improved upon, which you still need to work upon.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that
Right.
also can be a good strategy to prepare for the exams, even between
Hmm.
attempts or even
Right.
before giving even the first attempt.
Hmm. Yes, and to add to that, the score that we get, that is the first thing that people see once they take the prep exam.
Yeah.
They will see a score that they will get, and it will give a very good idea of where you are. So it's very close to the actual score that you might end up getting at the NMAT as well if you take it at that point in time. So that is another thing that will give you an indication as to when to schedule your attempt. And the earlier you're ready for it, the better off you will be. Because one, you are open to multiple attempts, and two, you will be in a better frame of mind overall. So those are the things that are there in terms of scheduling. Ma'am, there was one small thing in terms of scheduling which some people face, which is that if someone looks at slots, let's say, and it's a very how do I put it? It's a very administrative kind of a query. But a lot of people look at slots that are available in December, then they might not see those slots available at an earlier stage. And towards the end, there are more slots that open up probably to accommodate more people who end up taking it in December. So, is it okay for someone to wait if a particular slot is not available? Let's say I plan to take it on the 13th of December, let's say, and I can't see a 13th of December slot. Is it wise for me to wait till slots open up, or should I take the whatever slot is available at whichever location and just go get done with it?
Okay. So slots are available on a first come, first serve basis. To solve this problem, we created a slot availability dashboard. Yeah. Which shows you where even before you pay, you can click on that. It's on the candidate dashboard. You can click on that and see which test center are you planning to take the exam, how many slots are available, and it shows you the calendar and the slots or when it is available. We do open lesser slots initially Because otherwise the tendency of all candidates to book in the end and then writing to us that we are unable to take a retake because they forget that there is a 15-day mandatory wait. Okay. Hence, to encourage early booking, we do keep some slots in reserve for December, but not all. We do open December and November. At times, because of this tendency of candidates to always book towards the end, we have to increase slots, and that's what you see later on because candidates haven't booked. We close scheduling about 3 to 4 days after registration for the first attempt, because the second attempt can only be booked, second or third attempt can only be booked after you've taken the previous attempt. Yeah. Now we reserve some slots for the second and third attempt. But when we realize that candidates need slots, then we open those up and we increase slots. Yeah. Which is what happens because of this candidate's tendency to wait till the last minute to book. And then they complain that they don't get slots. Yeah. So it's always better to book the available slots. That's why we've shown you the slot availability dashboard. The center which is closest to you, we always recommend you to go to a closer center. Okay. Because it's especially in northern India, it's fog time. Yeah. And it's cold. And we always say go choose the center closest to you so that you're able to commute, reach there for half an hour early so that you're not stuck anywhere. And in most of the metro cities, traffic is a known problem at any point of time today. It's not even peak hours anymore. It's peak every time. So that's why we've created that slot availability dashboard so that you can view even before you schedule, you can see the slots available and book as per dates convenient to you. Yeah. But yes, this tendency is something which probably is an Indian benchmark, I would say. I mean, that we register at the last minute, then we don't find slots. Yeah. And I think, I don't know, this pattern, we've tried multiple things over the period of last decade to see how this improves. Finally, that's how we came up with the slot availability dashboard, so that we make candidates aware that these are the only slots that are available. Please book on time.
Correct. So makes perfect sense. And again, I am, of course, it's not directly relevant to NMAT, but even we see it at the GMAT when people book a slot and they keep on deferring it because they are not well prepared. So here, unfortunately, you can't keep on deferring it. That's why they have to wait. But it's something that people have to introspect on their own and get done with it as early as possible. As you rightly said, we can't account for last moment glitches. Let's say I am making a payment, but my payment, my card, let's say, gets blocked or something happens and I'm not able to get through. That is not a good situation to be in. So if you have decided to take the test, why not do it as early as possible? That is the whole idea.
It's the only exam which provides such a longer window. Everybody else
Yes.
is either a 1-day exam or a 2 or a 3-day exam or a 2-slot exam. Even then, I mean, with that flexibility also, we find candidates waiting till the last minute.
Yes, they do. I know. But I hope after this, a lot of people kind of rethink their decision to do it at the last moment, and maybe they end up signing up earlier. So yes, ma'am, thank you so much for the insights. I think people will have a good idea about scheduling in general now, and they will be more open to taking the test early, booking their slots earlier, registering for the test earlier. And let's hope they have a great experience and they don't really have to worry about last minute hassles anymore. All right. So thank you, ma'am, for the insights.
You're welcome.